Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. We have 3 knives from Sharp by Design, which I didn't know until I opened up the initial box was the case. I thought it was just one. I do know what they are, but I don't quite know what they look like yet, so I'm really excited to get into these. I think these are available, so I'll link them right down below in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to Brian Nadeau for sending these in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at _metal_complex. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll just do these one at a time. This is a new production knife from Sharp by Design, which means, to my knowledge, the OEM is Riot. Do we have any information on that? Nope. Okay, let's just get into it. This... please, more silver twill. Oh my God, I love that. Oh, it's on both sides too. Oh, nice. Oh, and look at this. A different clip. A slightly different clip from Sharp by Design that's not so pointy at the end. That's cool. Nice touch there. Okay. This is the mini Chicane, I think is what we call this, which my favorite thing about this is that it's not what I would define as mini. I'm not the biggest fan of teeny tiny knives, so it's obviously a mini version of a much larger, perhaps maybe a custom, but this is still a pretty good sized knife. We have, I'm going to call that it's like a Persian clip point. Man, very nearly fully flat ground, but not so swoopy, not so S-shaped that it's, unappealing to me. Personally, I don't always love Persian style blades. I don't always love the S curvature, but if you have a good aesthetic, sometimes it'll work for me. This has the Sharp by Design aesthetic, so it's going to work for me. But right out of the gate here, look at that. Is the lock bar insert black? So this has all of the little Sharp by Design extras that I like, including the full... This is a little bigger. The flipper tab feels a little bigger than on the other one that I just unboxed. I can't remember what that one's called, but not quite as big as something like... Those are buried. I can't get into them right now, but it doesn't feel quite as big as the flipper tab on past models. So we have almost certainly M390 for the blade, and then we have a black titanium frame that is contoured, and these absolutely beautiful silver twill, or it's like a white carbon, I think what do they call it? Alatex. It's like a silver carbon fiber, which is unfortunately a material that we just don't see as much anymore. It was really popular in 2010 to the 2015 time period, and then it just disappeared. So I'm really happy to see that it is an option on the mini Chicane. Go ahead and open up this one. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. If you're new to my channel, I always do these first, then spend some time with the models, and then do the full comprehensive reviews in a separate video. So we have same type of deal here with, we call it lava flow or magma carbon fiber. Again, black frame, really cool. This is a noticeable difference. I know a lot of people, and I brought this up on another video. Personally, I don't really have much of an issue with the Sharp by Design pocket clip, right? This still has a little bit of an edge, but the past ones, after people started pointing it out, I was like, yeah, it is a little bit sharp there at the edge, right? It was I guess the abrupt angle in combination with the tip, right? But this is a noticeable difference between, versus the clip that people were complaining about. So some people might find that really appealing. This still has, let's look up there. Let's look up inside this thing and see if that is actually the case. Does this flashlight? No, it's fine. Let's take a look here. Does it have the D10? I feel like it does. Is that what I'm looking at there? Yeah, almost certainly. The little lip. So this, if you're not familiar with Sharp by Design, they don't do the detent ball thing. It's something that he created. It's just like a lip of steel or titanium. I can't remember which it is, but it creates for an incredibly unique and honestly much more satisfying feeling when you break the D10 and go to flip the knife. Man, these are really comfortable too. The curvature here from here in this transition into the flipper tab, that is just beautifully comfortable. Really fits the hand really well. Very nice. And then finally, where'd the third one go? There it is. The third one, not sure what the inlay is going to be on this one. I remember seeing a picture on his Instagram, which if you're not following, you definitely should be. So this will be more of a straightforward, like a plain Jane one, which is really, really nice. The best thing about having the contoured frame and the contoured inlays is when you use a material like carbon fiber, it just looks a lot better. There's something about flat carbon fiber, and let me know if you agree with me. When knives have flat inlays or the entire scale is just a big flat piece of carbon fiber, it just looks so cheap. So the contrast when it's contoured, and I think maybe these little weaves, I guess, for lack of a better term, when it's contoured, they are various sizes, which just adds a lot more depth to it. It gives it a much more 3D look, which it is, right? I mean, it's contoured. Not that we don't... I know somebody's going to be like, technically, the flat stuff is also three-dimensional because we live in the third dimension. Shut up. But, yeah, it just gives a much more aesthetically pleasing look to it. And the light that sort of bounces off the different sized weaved areas, it just looks a lot better. And this is really sort of driving home what I'm talking about here. It just looks excellent. That combined with the fact that Riot does not miss when it comes to sizing their inlays, it just looks really good. A lot of people are going to complain that there are, or some people, not a lot, some people are going to complain that there are fasteners holding down the inlays. I would much prefer that to adhesive. I think that this is better, and it's not something that really bothers me all that much. These all feel absolutely identical in terms of action and deployment, which is nice. I mean, I can't say that anytime I've ever handled something from Sharp by Design, I can say anytime I've ever handled something from Sharp by Design in, at like multiple configurations, they always feel identical. So that's just consistency that you should expect from Riot and, Sharp by Design. Let's go ahead and measure these real quick so you guys can get an idea of how big they are. Overall length of the mini Chicane. Yeah, see, not really mini. 7.65 inches is kind of, I would call it like a medium-sized fold. It's very similar, I guess, to something like the Para 3 or the, let's move this guy real quick, like the Hogue Deca. Like we're in that general territory. But anyways, we have 7.65, I guess, inches overall. Yeah, and then the blade length is still 3.35 inches with 3¼ inches of cutting edge. Let's weigh them real quick. There's probably just a subtle difference in terms of weight for these guys. So the first one here in the Silver Twill, which I think is probably my favorite, 3.4 ounces. Really, really great ratios. No surprise there. Almost a perfect 1-to-1. 3.4. What was that first one? 3.4. And is there a difference with this one? 3.4. Nope. Good to see that the scale is accurate. All right. That's going to be it for the unboxing. These are cool. I like it. I think it's almost exactly what I thought it would be. The biggest surprise for me is the Silver Twill. I did not know that he was going to do that. I think, Brian, if you're watching this, I mean, I know that, like, it's going to come down to what people prefer. So no matter how much I yell, like if other people don't prefer it, it's not going to matter. But if you find out that people even just kind of like this, right? If these do well, the Silver Twill ones, please do more of this in the production stuff. Like this Silver Twill material is one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite inlay material ever. I just absolutely love this. I think that is so cool, and it just looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's unboxing. Like I said, these knives will be linked down in the description so that you guys can check them out if you want to. please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at _metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.